Welcome to the August 2nd, 2021 special meeting of the Wyoming Gaming Commission. Individuals who wish to address the commission will be recognized and called on by the president to speak. After the president has recognized you, please clearly state your name and the name of the organization you represent prior to addressing the commission. All comments, questions, and responses must flow through the president by addressing the president each time you wish to speak. This procedure ensures an orderly flow of discussion during the meeting. All meetings of the governing body of the agency are public meetings open to the public except as otherwise provided in Wyoming Statute 164403A. This meeting will also is being held via Zoom. We also have it available via YouTube. Thank you, and inclusion on the agenda does not always constitute a commission action. Thank you.
With that, Charlie, we can do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which
stands one nation
under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Charlie, time to play ball here.
Item 2, the agenda.
Item 2. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Commissioner Wildcat is on now.
Oh,
Mr. President, I so move.
Okay, thank you, Dick. Thank you, Jenny. Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, all right, Charlie, let's go right down to item number 3, rules. The first discussion and consideration and possible action on the following matter. Online sports wagering rules. First, under A would be the adoption of the emergency rules.
thank you, President Davis. Item number 3A, and then the sub is the adoption of the emergency rules. The reason for placing this on the agenda today and asking for your permission to adopt these rules is basically as a plan B, we're moving down a track with the regular set of rules that is on schedule, but just as a courtesy, if we could go ahead and adopt these to be submitted as an emergency rules, just to make sure that we're not putting either the governor's office or our legislative branch in too much of a pressure over the next few weeks to get these completed. So also, just so you understand, the emergency rules and the regular rules that we have here today are the identical same set of rules. And again, that's pursuant to our statutes. You submit emergency rules in the same format as your regular rules. We did have a few public comments.
Do we need a motion first before we go into discussion?
Sure, that'd be fine. Yeah.
Could we have a motion? I'd entertain a motion to consider adoption of the emergency rules.
I move we consider adoption of the emergency rules.
Thank you.
Second that.
Thank you. Is that you?
That was Troy.
Troy? Okay. Sorry.
So for the discussion part, we did receive 2 comments with the rules. The first one was a typographical error, and I'll read that first comment. Commissioners and also the public, the comments have been posted on the website and available to you, but I'll read our comment number 1. It says, good afternoon, Director Moore. I recently reviewed the final draft of the regulation proposed by the Wyoming Gaming Commission. During my review, I noticed that the definition Indian land cites 25 USC section 2703(3)A. In comparing the citation with the text of the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act, the text of IGRA does not have a provision of 2703(3)A. 2703(3)A. So moving on in this and in reading through this, the definition of Indian lands in IGRA is 25 USC section 2703 4A and B. The Northern Arapaho Tribe requests the Wyoming Gaming Commission alter the citation in the definition of Indian lands to correspond with the definition provided under federal law in the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act. Thank you for taking the time to consider the tribe's request. And this was submitted by Clara Johnson, in-house counsel for the Northern Arapaho Tribe. The response that you have in front of you is, yes, we agree. We will make the change. It was a typographical error. In the rules that we have submitted, and they're linked here, and you have in front of you, commissioners, that change was made. It was made in the definitions, and we have corrected that. Are there any comments on that first comment?
Seeing none, Charlie, let's go to comment number 2.
Thank you. Comment number 2, again, I'll read it. It says, thank you for allowing public comment on the draft rules for sports wagering in Wyoming. We recommend that the regulations include a fee structure for minor or ancillary vendors, which is for vendors whose services are outside the scope of the definition of Wyoming statutes 924-101A, Roman numeral at 15, Based on the license fees in other jurisdictions, we recommend an appropriate fee for minor vendors in Wyoming, which would be $5,000 for 5 years. This was submitted by Liz Matheson from Central AMS. Just as some background, Central AMS, they are a know your customer provider. They are a vendor for the sports wagering industry. And in our response here, the legislature made it very clear in the legislation what a vendor is. And so this is outside our scope of authority to do any additional vendor license fees and do this at this time. So the recommendation is it would require legislative action is necessary, and therefore I would suggest that we decline to make the changes at this time. Also, commissioners, just so for you and anyone on the call too, our public comment period did conclude on Saturday, July 31st, 21. Public comments were checked on Sunday, and the updated comments were provided to you. Are there any questions?
Are there any questions at this time for Charlie or Mr. Kaler? Oh. Hearing none then. Charlie, we have a motion on the floor.
And if we can also just reflect for the minutes that Commissioner Pacheco and Commissioner Wildcat have joined the meeting and did join us prior to this discussion starting. And then also I noticed that Senator Driscoll, Senate liaison, has joined us today as well. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So we have a motion on the floor now, Charlie, to adopt the emergency rules on online sports wagering by Dr. Berry and seconded by Troy.
Mr. President.
Go ahead, Mr. Kaler.
Thank you, Mr. President. And just a point of clarification, I think the original motion was a motion to consider. We may want to amend that to be a motion to adopt the emergency rules as presented.
That is correct.
I'll amend my motion.
Thank you, Dr. Berry. Troy. Oh, good job. Okay, so now we probably want to have a roll call on this one, Charlie.
That'd be fine. Yes.
Okay.
We'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Wildcat.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Pacheco.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Cura.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Leinen is absent. Commissioner Barry.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Daigle.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Covello is absent. Vice President Broussard.
Aye.
Thank you. And President Davis.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
All right. Well, should we go down to item number 2, the adoption of the regular rules of the online sports wagering?
Yes, thank you, President Davis. Item number 3A, sub-item adoption of the regular set of rules. Again, the regular set of rules are the same as the emergency rules that we just adopted. They also include the changes that we had from the public comment. The same public comments apply to the regular set of rules. So at this point,
We would be looking for a motion to adopt. Is there a motion? We've already, now, if I'm not, maybe I'm clouded up on this, but we've adopted these rules to go to public comment, correct?
they were adopted to go to public comment, and we adopt the final rules.
Okay, so at this, then, we are adopting the rules with the public comment changes
Correct.
as presented here.
I move that we adopt the final rules as submitted.
I'll second.
Thank you. Moved by Troy and seconded by Commissioner Wildcat. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion. Charlie, I would assume a roll call vote would be
Roll call.
appropriate.
We can do a roll call vote again.
Okay,
Commissioner Wildcat.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Pacheco.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Cura.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Leinen is absent. Commissioner Barry.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Daigle.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Covello is absent. Commissioner Vice President Broussard, excuse me.
Aye.
Thank you. And President Davis.
aye.
Motion carries.
With that, Charlie, we go to item number 4. Is there any reason for an executive session?
No. Just for the information of everybody on the call, what we will do at the conclusion of this meeting today, we will take the regular set of rules as you have approved. We will put the packets together that will go to the governor's office, and also we will prepare those packets that will be submitted to the SOS, the Secretary of State, excuse me. The Secretary of State will distribute those to the Attorney General's office and to then the Legislative Service Office for their next reviews. And then we will do the same process or similar process with the emergency rules. We will put together today and tomorrow that packet that goes to the governor's office, and then he will review those and make the appropriate decision on those. So we will get those moving. Myself and Mr. Kaler are committed to getting those out the door as quickly as possible so we don't waste a lot of time. Thank you.
And with that, thank you everybody for taking time out of your busy days.
Thank you guys for the work you're doing.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
All right.
guys. Out here.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.